Fear me if you dare. What's going on, everybody? I thought it might be a fun idea to stop and rank all the Shrek movies from worst to best. So let's do it. Coming in at last place for me is going to be Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. I appreciate the animation. I think it's done well. However, I do prefer the old Shrek-verse style animation that was done for the first 5 movies of this universe. I really did like Puss in Boots and Kitty Softpaw's story, and I thought the wolf, or Death, was a pretty cool villain or character. I guess he's not technically a villain. However, I didn't enjoy Goldie and the Three Bears, even though Goldie's story arc is pretty decent. To me, they were just annoying side characters throughout this movie. And then Perrito was a fun little character. However, I didn't like the jokes of them having to bleep out some of his word choices. I never think that's funny when it's supposed to be a family movie, that they just bleep out cuss words. If you want to have cuss words in the movie, just put them in there. Yeah, it's not funny to me. I didn't like it in League of Super Pets either. But yeah, I think the story for the main character is really well done. The animation can be fun, but almost all of the side characters, aside from Kitty Softpaws, are annoying, and I'd rather watch a movie where they're not in it. Coming in at number 5, I got Shrek Forever After. Again, this movie's pretty fun. The animation, to me, they perfected the Shrek style animation in this movie. The story has some decent parts in it. It has a decent idea. However, Rumpelstiltskin is just annoying. I can't get over his voice. This one's a little more serious than the other 3 Shrek movies. There's not nearly as many jokes, and in some ways I think that hurts the movie. I watch these to laugh with my family, so if I'm in the mood to laugh at a Shrek movie, this is never going to be my first choice. I'm most likely just going to watch this when I'm watching the whole series. So yeah, number 5 is Shrek Forever After. Coming in at number 4, this is going to surprise some people, maybe upset some people, but I got Shrek 2. I appreciate how they twisted it, made him go to far, far away. However, the overall story was not interesting to me. I found the fairy godmother to be more annoying than cool or villainous, and this movie has more Prince Charming than any other movie, and he's also very annoying and unlikable in this movie. When you're going to have a villain, they got to be interesting. Otherwise, it just brings down the entire movie. However, the jokes are still pretty funny in this one. This one introduces Puss in Boots. I thought the animation of all of them switching into humans and horses, I thought that animation was pretty cool. I thought they did a good job of reimagining them in that. But this isn't my favorite movie. I do like the Far, Far Away Idol special feature. That was pretty fun. Before we get to my top 3, I want to invite you all to like, comment your thoughts and rankings down below. And please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you everyone for watching. At number 3, I have Puss in Boots. I had never seen this before until earlier this year in preparation for this video. My entire family enjoyed it. I really dug the genre switch, sort of a Western style movie. The introduction of Kitty Softpaws I liked. I thought Humpty was a pretty good villain, and Puss in Boots' story arc here as well is also pretty entertaining. The animation is beautiful. It's just a great movie. And if you haven't seen it yet, I recommend it. I had a lot of fun with it. Let's move on to number 2. And at number 2, I have Shrek the Third. This one honestly surprised me. I'd never seen this one growing up either. It was always just the first two Shreks. And then for some reason I saw Shrek Forever After in theaters as a kid. But yeah, this one was a pleasant surprise. I heard everyone calling this the worst of the franchise, at least until Forever After came out. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was funny. I thought Prince Charming was a much better villain in this movie than he was in the second. And I did like the journey that Shrek and his pals go on in this rather than in the second one. The animation is slightly better, so it just improves all around on Shrek 2. It's a great Shrek movie. And at number 1, I have the original Shrek. It is easily the most entertaining to me. It's the best mix of story, satire, and comedy. The villain here, Lord Farquaad, is much better than the rest of the villains in this series. The jokes here are much better. This is the only one I ever quote on a day-to-day basis. The animation for its time was great. The soundtrack is pretty fun. It's the best Shrek movie, and I don't see any of them ever coming close, especially since they ruined the animation for Shrek 5. Run, run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man. Not my gumdrop buttons. Do you know the Muffin Man? 'Cause I'm all alone. There's no one here beside me. My problems have all gone. There's no one to deride me. But you gotta have friends. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Bye-bye. See you later.